Yeah, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And praises to Yehovah, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash. Shalom to the wandered Israelites, okay. Hebrew Israelites, okay. Zechariah 13:8, which are your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as bloodline, okay. We're still pressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50 and 33, but to whom Soleil belong the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of God, the promises, okay. According to the book of Romans chapter 9 verse 4. Okay, Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses, okay, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Second Ezra 5 and 2. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And we have examples of that, okay. The crime rate, for example, here in Germany is at an all-time high, okay. You know, you have the so-called dark number, which means, okay, these crimes, you know, of course there's a chance, okay, still, but, you know, some of this important stuff that you actually would like to see in the news, it is not in the news, okay, and most crimes are done secretly. Okay, most crimes are done secretly, okay, if you know, for example, there are people who earn money, okay, for being a content yeah, basically, if you will, content security, okay, as a lack of better words. So what they basically do is they go on these different social media sites and just looking, because they drive here with I don't know, 50 or 40 in a in a zone where you don't even drive, sometimes 20, okay, but you know, what they do is they put all these different videos, photos, and also comments down that, you know, mostly the 1948ers, okay, don't want to have on their social media, okay, YouTube, okay, they don't want to have it in a program, okay, you have different words that you can't even say anymore, you know, so this content security team, which they will not, you know, basically they don't tell every person that they work that, because it's really a hard job, okay. I know that about Facebook also. There's a job in a Facebook company, so to speak, okay, where you have that also. You have like, I don't know, 50, 100, I don't know how much, but it has to be a lot more, okay, than just 50, I believe, okay, and they all get a contract where you actually sit down for 8 hours, just an example, I don't know the exact working time, okay, and you watching horrible, cruel, and I don't know, videos where people just have nothing else to do than, I don't know, torture animals or even humans. They upload this stuff, you know. Sometimes, of course, you don't know where it comes from, but this stuff is on the internet, and they put it down before it is published on social media. You know, before you can see it, they will put it down. So AI is already doing that, of course, but you still need humans, you know, to have that last check on many things, or to, you know, in general. And yeah, because AI is of course able to block porn from being uploaded. I don't know, and I don't use Facebook, but so of course in today's world there's AI, which a lot of these dudes out there or these women doing these jobs, okay, they are not needed anymore. Who knows? Okay, but AI cannot, AI can't do everything at this point of time. Okay, so just because you don't see all the wickedness that is going on, okay, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Okay, the wickedness in this last generation is so bad that even these younger children already start with it. Okay, they already start to be most criminals or anti, what is it? Yeah, basically being a little demon. Okay, as a lack of better words, which is actually true. Okay, little demons. Okay, because look how are they raised exactly? Okay, like a heathen, hating God sometimes, even looking down on your parents. Okay, this is how these children are, man. Okay, in this so-called last generation, what even these people say. Some of them fight their parents. Okay, so this is really the last generation. Okay, Scripture talks about there shall not be any sign for this wicked last generation. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Then Jonah, who was in the belly of the fish, right? So if you live right now, which you do, okay, you know what is meant by that, because this has to be the last generation, and this has to be, okay, the MOTB prophecy coming soon, and from there on, man, okay, it just escalates, man. Okay, right now where I stand, man, already, just when I arrived, okay, here in the city, I saw something happening, okay, 4 police cars, okay, always something happening. Okay, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or so, or 1 week ago or so, okay, 2 dudes racing and do a car race. Okay, 2 dead, which are the drivers, and I don't know, 1 woman or so. I don't know. Okay. Which sin really has a lot of faces, if you will. Okay, but one main thing is again the things that you don't see. Okay, the things that you don't see. Okay, and you know it. So iniquity shall be increased above, okay, that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. Okay, so back then they had their wickedness, but this time is different. It will start. It will end with, not for coincidence, with Armageddon, man, which is, the ultimate escalation. Of course it's war, and you are not directly involved in a war, because you're not a soldier, but really in these last days we will be involved. Doesn't matter if you're a soldier or not. Okay, but for example, okay, Armageddon, you know, you might not be there as a soldier, you know, technically fighting over there, okay, but trust me, okay, this will be a fight for everybody just to survive in these last days, and has to do with a lot of things. Um, Khan, okay, but remember, okay, also scripture says, you know, as the time of Noah, man, okay. So we are really, okay, we prophesy in part and we know in part, okay, roughly paraphrasing. So we are really, you know, looking forward, okay, because we know, okay, there are verses to talk about, you know, it shall, you know, just that today, that's actually a testimony, man. Today I was walking somewhere, okay, I had an appointment, and guess what? There was a bird, right? Two birds flying over me really high, and the one bird was basically shitting out of the sky, not so high above me, okay. And I was, you know, it was so, what is it, quick. I couldn't even, you know, react, okay, properly. So what happened is, it, you know, it was hitting the ground before me and besides me, but not at me, okay, 10 centimeters maybe, okay, 10 centimeters, but it was really like a bird that has like a lot of stuff that came out of him, man, okay, that was not, what is it, not beautiful, man, okay. So let's say it was like 5 meters long, okay, the shit line, so to speak, roughly, you know, as a lack of words, you know, Salakia, my English is not perfect, okay. Yeah, but actually it stopped next to me, you know, 1 meter next to me, okay. But for a moment it looked like, you know, oh, you know, because it started right 10 meters before me, in front of me, okay. I just looked in the sky and I saw this bird, and then he started shitting, okay. So that was telling me even more that was some kind of help maybe from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay. Because why he would let it happen that a bird actually shits you in your eyes or in your mouth while you just look at the sky for some reason, man. I was just looking in the sky because I, you know, sometimes I do that when I'm outside in nature, you know, it's beautiful, okay. So this was really something I believe that he wanted to show me also, because in these last days, you know, there might be 10,000 people around you, and it will look like strange, okay, if everybody gets basically killed by something, okay, or a car drives into a mass of humans, okay, and it will, you know, and you are in a group of 10 people, and it will be exactly those 10 people, but for some reason exactly not you, okay, some strange outcome that looks maybe even actually real strange, okay. That might be the case, just like the bird situation today. I just saw it. That was, for me, it looked really, you know, complicated, because he could shoot just 10 centimeters further and it would just hit me, man, okay, because there was nobody than me and nobody else, just me in that situation, okay. But these two birds came anyway, you know, from somewhere. I don't even know where they came from, okay. They were suddenly there, man, okay. So this is Revelation 21:8. But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and murderers. Yeah, if you're fearful, okay, if you're unbelieving, okay, and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters, okay, and all liars and brother, you know, not brother lovers, okay, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Come. So this is Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Yeah, knowledge of wickedness also, okay? That is just what it is. Okay, knowledge of wickedness. Okay? Wickedness is even better hidden in these days, man. Okay, First Corinthians. But when it comes out, then you really see what it is, man. Okay, highly wicked. Okay, First Corinthians 4:5. Therefore judge nothing before the time come. Okay, until the Lord come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness. That's the Spirit. Okay, and will make manifest the counsels of the hearts, and then shall every man have praise of God. Can't, because first we need to see how it all ends, man, like in a really bad way. Okay, because this is really not what the end situation for human beings should be, man. Okay, the end situation is the ultimate plan of God. Okay, living in peace, okay, in harmony with nature and with other humans, antecedents under us. That is the normal order, okay, not hidden above us, okay, hidden laws, hidden wickedness actually, okay, because a lot of wickedness comes to these heathens, okay, which I also mean two-thirds of Israel, okay, but first and foremost, of course, we know it, okay, to these Rothschild super elite 1948ers, okay, Rothschilds, all these super rich families, right? Okay, give me 5 super rich families' names. Jewish families. Yeah, Rothschild is the main. Here I found this article, for example, the story of the great Jewish dynasties, what is left of the Jewish noble families, a special project on the Rothschilds, okay, Dellels, Sassoons, okay, and other influential figures who shaped Jewish history, from triumphs to tragedies, explore the fascinating stories behind the iconic Jewish aristocracy. Yeah, and it's really interesting, of course. Yeah, so these, families with the influence and the Jewish background is what I mean. Okay. Which, even there, of course, there are good people, or you should know. Okay. In these Jewish, I don't know, believing structures, okay, you have some of them are actually even jakes, So it depends always, but these are the main evildoers on the forefront. Okay, Scripture talks about he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. That is talking about those super rich elites in these last days. Okay, eating nukes. Okay, because they got all the money by what? Exactly. So with that, all praises to Yahweh, Baruch Hashem, Yahushai, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Kodesh. Okay, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Shalom. Kalalal. La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Kakudash. Okay, Kal Tawada. La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Kakudash. Okay. Kan. Okay. Shalom.